Hello, Descendant. What can I do for you? Ah, Descendant, I've been waiting for you. Wait, you're expecting a lecture? Well, it shouldn't be that long. But there is something I need to tell you. While analyzing the genetic map of our furry friend, I came across an interesting feature. The proteins that make up some of the genes have specialized binding structures that make it easier for them to bind to certain substances. Specifically, they have very fine structures that react to peptide chains. Is this explanation too complex? Long story short, there are special substances that react to these creatures. I've been reading the Void Vessel exploration reports, and I've seen some potential candidates that could be the substances I mentioned. If I'm right, they could react with the genes of the fellows to enhance a number of their physical abilities. Don't worry, there's almost no chance of things going wrong.
We found the enemy's command relay. That's how they responded so quickly. You can terminate the command signal with your receive once you're inside signal range. Good luck. closing in. Be careful. The enemy is putting up a lot of resistance, which means they're preoccupied. That's good for Lepic. Identified an elite enemy unit. We need to eliminate this target first. Let's clear them out. Can I trust you'll be victorious?
This is... Descendant? The Volga ship in front of you appears to have crash-landed on its way to Ingress. The flight log has been completely erased, but the date of when it ends is close to the date when the Volgas first appeared. What is also important is that this ship was loaded with huge, powerful energy equipment. At first I thought it was the ship's engine or power source, but I soon found that theory to be incorrect. Do you remember when the Hagios Prime Hand's ruins erupted with radiant heat? This ship is similar. The central part has a thick coating that can absorb radiant heat. Such a measure would not have been necessary unless inversion technology was involved. That means that this ship was equipped with an inversion device. Descendant, I believe I know where it might have been installed, if the device has not been destroyed or removed from the ship. I'll send the potential location to your receive. Try looking there, Descendant.
The location that the guide sent is full of Volga signals. Let's spread out, take control of the area.
Now it's my turn, you Vulgus bastards. See? The Vulgus power grid blankets that area. Since we don't know which defense facility those bastards are gonna get up and running, let's just lay waste to all of them. guys carrying high voltage fuses power plants. Find Vulgus units with high voltage fuses. The fuses you find, boom, blow up the generator. High voltage fuses. Maybe I should add them to my grenade throw. Seems like a great idea.
Enemy reinforcements are headed your way. They've also deployed elite units. Engage them carefully.
Whoa! Power supply to the enemy has been cut off. Incredible.
Commencing facility search. Yesa, Lepik, keep engaging the enemy. Defense garrison forces are pretty tough.
Don't worry about us. Focus on your own electric duties, Professor. Once you locate the inversion facility, let's finish this once and for all.
It's time for the operation.
Now that we have entered the facility, I can clearly feel powerful inverted energy. I can even detect Ironheart particles. Yes, I am certain that the Vulgus performed the inversion process here.
That's good news! So we can destroy the Ironheart here then?
I hope this ends well.
Descendant, I detect inverted energy coming from that direction. It appears we definitely won't need the radiant heat absorption coating here. I understand why they moved the equipment here from the ship. This is an excellent place to cool it. But there is something odd about it too. Considering the high temperatures of the inverted energy it is impossible that a glacial cave as this could have stayed intact throughout the process. Does not even show
I'm sorry, but there's no time to play detective. A large Vulgus force is headed your way.
Scum! You've been heading towards that abandoned place, have you? Bring round the assault ship. I will descend upon that location too. This place had memories when I used to garden.
You guarded Amy?
Descendant, deactivating a security system like this isn't that complicated. The problem is that this system is set up to be controlled externally, just like in a prison.
The Vulgus commander said something about guarding. Something's not right.
The system is into this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I'm certain that this is the inversion machine that was loaded onto the ship. But everything is destroyed. What happened here?
Then there's nothing we can do?
Wait. They left a surveillance record in the facility database. I'll look into it.
This technology destroyed the inversion to us. But I still suspect that miserable wretch of having ulterior motives. Why alone not be believed? This is about Dr. L said that we could rearrange the big space box.
Ajax, there's still a chance. The Vulgus were unable to complete the inversion process here. That's why the traces of energy were so weak. There is a more powerful facility called the inversion furnace somewhere. The inversion process must have been completed there.
Guide, right now, getting out of here safely is priority number 1. Locating the inversion furnace comes second.
Understood. I will try to find someone to link to the emergency transmission signal.
Requesting updates from Descendants at each front. Eugen, does anyone need to be evacuated from the White Knight Gulch?
We can't get a full picture of what's happening in the combat zones. Valby, use your waterways and check on the injured.
Roger that. Submerging.
There isn't much time. We have to hurry.
Descendant, thank the heavens your injury is not serious. I received the report from Ajax's team. Honestly, when I first saw that abandoned device, I thought it was all over. But then, we discovered another facility by investigating the first one, an inversion furnace. HQ has also identified a converter outside its typical range through a terrain scan. Perhaps we'll find clues related to the furnace there. No, it has to be there. The only way to turn the tide of this war now is to destroy the Ironheart. We must find the inversion furnace and finish the operation as soon as possible, before Corell realizes. Wait, it's Kyle. Nell, patch him through.
Standing by for connection. Verifying signal optimization.
Were the commander's explanations confusing again?
Go ahead, Kyle.
Our troops will arrive in Albion soon. We're systematically withdrawing forces from the front line. Everyone has defended calmly and well, executed the planned retreats, and bought us time. The number of casualties is lower than expected. We're approaching the final moments. We've received a report that Corell has descended from his ship.
Kyle, Marcus and the Investigative Corps are headed your way. Their support should help you hold out a little longer.
I'm grateful to Marcus, but we plan on fighting using only the power of the Descendants from now on. We're here to achieve victory, not take everyone down with us. And it's better to fight as a small group within the Prime Hand's ruins.
Descendants don't have to shoulder the entire burden. If things go south, I want you to give up the Ironheart and retreat immediately.
We can't just end the show when we keep attracting such huge audiences. We'll try to buy as much time as possible. Over and out.
Luna!
This won't do. If we're done with resupply and repairs, all units move to the location of the converter. We're running out of time on both fronts. We have to hurry.
Got it. Let me tack on one more arm component before we go. Do you want like an ice cube or something to snack on?
Ugh, let's just get going.
Hello, Descendant. What can I do for you? Give me a minute and let me analyze the substance you brought in. The structure is straightforward. I knew it. The intermolecular interactions are being affected as expected. This substance should be fine for genetically enhancing this little cutie. But this stuff needs to be absorbed quickly at a point close to the brain. That means it needs to be administered orally, so you'll have to feed it to them directly. Is it possible that this was originally developed as a kind of food to give to the fellows? I'll have to investigate. I have a lot of work to do. Thanks, Descendant.
ready to undertake a Void Intercept battle assignment?
It's time for the operation. All units, I have your missions for this operation. As you know, our goal is to locate the inversion furnace. However, there's something you need to know. The defense commander of this fortress is called Kulan. Kulan is known to have single-handedly defeated multiple Colossi. In other words, he can go toe-to-toe with them by himself. Lepik, you and I will protect the team from Kulan. We have to block main routes and secure favorable terrain before he appears. The rest of you, help the guide search for the inversion furnace. Guide, do you have any intel that might be useful?
I'm sorry. I detect a high concentration of inverted energy in this area. But I'm still finding it difficult to identify the exact source from this proximity.
Don't worry. Sometimes things can become more clouded the closer you get to them. It was like that for me with Aisha.
Whenever you go into the void to look for her, I'll help you.
I'll hold you to that.
Descendant. For some reason, I'm picking up traces of Colossi void energy. Here. Investigating this location will help us gather more intel. I understand it is heavily guarded, but I need you to take me there, Descendant. Descendant. The corrosive fluid from the Colossus has damaged the control panel, and I can't connect to it. We'll need to destroy the panel and bypass it via the emergency control device. Now I can access the emergency control device. This facility used to be an auxiliary of the furnace, which was built to melt Colossi remains. It included a process that made it easier to remove and melt parts such as equipped weapons, round loaders, and battlesuits. I don't know why they were melting Colossi. I'll check the core facility. Processed Colossi remains were transported beyond that partition. The furnace used to melt Colossi remains must be there, Descendant.
We're detecting an enormous number of Vulgus signals from the direction of the main gate. There's another way in. Let's go that way to get closer.
This is where it rains.
It's a side path, but the entire facility is crawling with exos. It'll be close to impossible to overcome them, so be careful.
Watch your feet. Incoming.
Descendant, there's a facility control terminal nearby. If you connect me to it, I can search for more information.
We will tear you to pieces and... Your flesh belongs to us. Come here. Just give me a while.
Descendant, the Vulgus were melting Colossi remains to make highly enriched energy material. Heating the Ironhearts using energy containing this much entropy would be more than enough to turn them into antimatter. So this is the truth behind inverted energy.
Can we use it for the inversion process, Guide?
No. This facility only melts Colossi remains. Heating the Ironheart with the results of that process happens elsewhere. Perhaps at the inversion furnace. It must be physically connected to this place. I'll scan for intel in the control terminal.